Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn English for Business Communication, Module 5th, Business Correspondence, Part 4. In the previous lectures, we learned about formal, informal email, types of emails, that is, particular part of that inquiry letter and structure of the email and how you are going to write down a business letter. And in the first part we learn what is the meaning of the business letter and structure of business letter. In the next part, second part, we learn about the remaining part of the business letter, structure of the business letter. After that, we learn types of business letters. It is the first part, business inquiry letter. And now, in the fourth part, we are going to learn about letter of complaint. That is, in any business, there will be some mistakes and mishaps. You may not get the goods and services as you had expected and ordered. If things go wrong on your order, you have to inform the suppliers about the problem and see that the faults are corrected and adjustments are made. When a buyer discovers any mistake or discrepancy, he brings it to the notice of the supplier by writing a complaint letter. So, if there is a problem in your order from supplier, you are going to write down a letter of complaint. You must know what kind of language, what kind of communication should be done for the communication of complaint letter. And the most important part, what is the specimen, what is the example of business letter. When you are going to write down a letter of inquiry, letter of complaint, there you are going to follow the particular structure as we learn in the first and second lecture. In the same way, in letter of complaint, you are going to learn that what is the example of letter of complaint. See, here is an example from your textbook, that example of the complaint letter. First of all, name of the company. After that, to that is name of the college is written, from whom it is the complaint is written. First, after that, reference number of library, from that is the letter is from library of Ferguson College, and the address, inside address, to whom you are going to write down the letter. First part, MS Trinity Booksellers, MG Road, Delhi 110005. After that, subject, regarding damaged book supplied. You are writing a letter to Trinity Booksellers about damaged books supplied. See, again there is a date on your right hand. Dear sirs, salutation. Thank you very much for the dispatch of 150 books for which would had placed with you an order dated 25th November 2015. See, that is when you ordered it, and the exact date should be write down in your letter, so supplier can understand when the books are sent to you. But on opening the package, it is found that 2 copies of personal management and 4 copies of Tempest are damaged. See, here you are going to write down the particular name of the books which are damaged. These books are so badly damaged that they are of no use to us. We request you, therefore, to replace them immediately or send us credit note for the account of 6 books. We shall return these damaged copies on hearing from you. Thanking you. Yours faithfully, signature Rajaram Savekar, Librarian, Ferguson College, Pune. In this particular letter, we can see that how it is written. It is a complaint letter, that is about the damaged books, and see how the particularly you should write down the details of the damaged books. First of all, you have to say thank you to that supplier. Second part, it means you should be polite in writing of the complaint letter. Second part, what is the exact copies and name of the books of the damaged books. After that, what is your requirement, whether you are going to give back that books, you have to write down, we request you. See, this is the politeness of language. Style of language should be followed in complaint letter also. Complaint letter should not be rude, and you should write down in very particular language. See, there are 3 parts in body of the letter and how it is written step by step. First of all, thank you. Second part, what is the exact issue with the damaged books, and third part, what is the requirement for your of you for the damaged books. Next part, reply of that particular bookseller, that is from Trinity Bookstore, MG Road, New Delhi 5. See, in every type of letter there is a letter and reply. So you must know how to write down a letter. Whether you are going to write down an inquiry letter, you have to write down the inquiry letter, as well as you must know how to write down the letter of reply also. So here is a specimen of letter of reply from that supplier. Trinity Bookstores, MG Road, New Delhi 5. Again, date on your right hand, 7th January 2016. See, in the first letter of complaint, the date is 2nd January 2016 in this letter, and in next letter reply is written on 7th January 2016. Reference number again of the supplier and sales department, reference number and the year is mentioned. After that, the librarian, Ferguson College, Pune, PC Road, Deccan, Pune 5. Subject, damaged books. Reference your letter number. See, letter number should be written from that particular previous letter of complaint, that this is the particular reference number should be write down in your reference, that is number 25 and date 2016 to 2nd January 2016. Dear sir, we are sorry to learn from your letter of 2nd January 2016 that some of the books supplied to you were damaged when they reached you. We regret that you should have a cause to complain about the damaged books. We have already sent the replacement by a parcel post this morning. We hope the steps we are taking for improving the packing will ensure the safe arrival of all your orders in future. Thanking you. See, here is also reply is in very brief, but it is very concise and particular. That first of all, the particular supplier apologized for the damaged books, and after that he send the new copies of that particular damaged book which you are mentioned in the letter of complaint. So in that way you must know how to write down letter of complaint, and at the same time you must know how you are going to reply, write down a reply to that letter. Here in your textbook there is a task on page number 75. You can understand there are two tasks, that is inquiry letter and reply to it. So you must know how to write down the letter, and at the same time you must know how to write down the reply to that letter. In that particular letters you must know dates and reference numbers very particularly, and who to whom you are going to reply it again. There is a change in the addresses. So in that way you are going to learn the or practice for this particular letter of complaint. In the next lecture we will learn about mass communications, about the circular letter. Till then, thank you.